Warning: the Gyro Havoc functions slightly different than most remote control airplanes. To avoid damage to your gyrocopter, please pay close attention to this video. The Gyro Havoc should give you hours of outdoor flying fun, but like any serious flying craft, it requires some practice and skill to get the best results. Let's begin by getting to know the aircraft and remote control. Before you start flying, make sure you charge the battery, which is sealed in the front of the Gyro Havoc. Be sure to fly in a wide-open, grassy area, away from trees, buildings, cars, and other people. A very light breeze, just enough to gently move the wind ribbon on the remote, is the perfect flying condition. For perfect takeoffs, always launch into the wind. The wind should be blowing into your face. Now you're just about ready for flight. Prior to launch, it is always wise to perform a quick inspection of your Gyro Havoc. Hold the remote in your left hand and get set to work the throttle. Hold the Gyro Havoc upright from underneath, and with your arm fully extended and your wrist straight, pump the aircraft up and down to rotate the motor. Keep rotating the top rotor until it reaches maximum speed. You'll hear them whirring. Immediately launch the Gyro Havoc by gently tossing it forward, making sure to keep the top rotor horizontal to the ground. As soon as you release the aircraft, push the throttle to engage the thrusters. Start by applying 3/4 power and increase or decrease until you get to the point that the aircraft is slowly climbing. Do not attempt to turn the aircraft until you have stabilized after the launch. Use the directional lever to turn your aircraft. Remember that the controls are always set from the perspective of the aircraft, so you'll need to imagine that you're sitting right in the cockpit when deciding which direction to turn. It is usually best to make a series of small, quick adjustments to steer the aircraft rather than one long turn. If after several flights, you notice that your aircraft has a tendency to continuously turn in one direction, you can adjust the trim. If your aircraft tends to turn to the right, try turning the trim adjust knob on your remote control to the left. Make your adjustments gradual and repeat until you find the perfect setting for your model. Once you feel that you are in control, it's time to learn some advanced flying techniques. Your Gyro Havoc spinning top rotor acts as a stabilizer for the aircraft. It will cause the Gyro Havoc to level off when you ease off the throttle. Use this to your advantage. If you are climbing too fast and the Gyro Havoc stalls, simply ease off the throttle and in a few seconds the aircraft will level off. Once you level, you can apply more throttle and begin the climb again. Using your directional toggle, turn the aircraft hard into the direction of its natural rotation. At the same time, increase the throttle to full power. Your aircraft should begin to climb in a fairly rapid circuit. Be careful not to apply full throttle while steering in the direction opposite the Gyro Havoc's natural rotation, as this will likely cause a downward crash. Always plan your route in advance. Try to think a few turns ahead of where the plane is now so you don't navigate into a space that you can't get out of. Remember, being a good pilot requires practice. Be 2 or 3 steps ahead. Remember that your controls are reversed when Gyro Havoc is flying towards you. Need more power? Try fresh batteries in the remote control. Difficult to control your Gyro Havoc? It may be too windy outside. With proper care, your Gyro Havoc should provide many fun hours of flying. Here are a couple of simple repairs if your aircraft becomes damaged in a crash. If your wing gets damaged during a crash, you can repair it using a few drops of crazy glue. When not in use, it is best to store your Gyro Havoc in the original package that it came in. The remote control that operates on 6 AA batteries acts as the charger for the Gyro Havoc. Begin by unscrewing the battery cover on the back of the RC and inserting the batteries carefully noting the correct polarity, and then replace the lid and tighten the screw. Ensure that the power switch is set to off on both the aircraft and the charger. Remove the charge cord from under the lid on the remote control and carefully insert the plug into the socket on the bottom of the Gyro Havoc. Make sure that the plug is carefully aligned with the pins in the socket. The plug can only fit in one way. Never force the plug. Once the plug is inserted, slide the power switch on the remote control to the down position. The green charge light should illuminate. The light will go out when the battery is fully charged, approximately 15 minutes.